live.
Awesome. How's it going, man? How's it going?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
Hey, man, can't complain. Can't complain.
Impromptu show. You know,
That's it. Best live, best late night show going, I would think.
There we go. We're doing a show in the midweek to avoid Easter and possibly WrestleMania the following week. So
nobody cares about WrestleMania anymore.
Well, I sure do. Although I will say it's not what it used to be.
No, not at all, right? You know what I mean? So
I mean, since they don't have an audience, it's not what it used to be.
Well, they don't have an audience, and it's on Peacock this year, and we don't know what's going on, right, man?
Well, it's not on Peacock for us. It's on Peacock for Americans, although they can still order the pay-per-view. So anyway, I'm just putting this link into our Facebook page so that everybody will know that we're live and hopefully join us.
That's all we can ask for, my friend. That's all we can ask for.
Absolutely.
Oh, so whenever you share it, let me know. We can get going. Man. Oh.
All right, so that's on the group, or that's on the Facebook page. I'll share it to the group as well.
Wesounds good to me, my friend. Sounds good to me.
Just takes, and they actually have an option to do that, so they're in both. All right, man. And,
perfect. So we're going. We're live. We've got everything shared, so people can enjoy our awesome content if that's what you choose to do.
Yeah.
Man, so what are we doing? Like, so we got Easter this weekend.
Yeah.
And then we got WrestleMania the next weekend.
Absolutely, yeah. And then I think after that we'll probably be back on our regular
Sundays.
program.
I'm hoping Sunday. I like a Sunday evening.
Because
Sunday evening to me, I don't have to go anywhere. My day is already planned. What are you doing? I'm having dinner with the wife, and then I'm going to do the show.
Yeah, well, I think that Sunday evening's a good one for our audience, too, because a lot of people, they don't have anything going on a Sunday. Might as well watch Jean-Marc and Adam bullshit on fucking the internet.
Bullshit about bullshit, and that's all we're doing, baby.
That's
Adam,
right.
I got a question for you. Went to Catholic school for many, many moons.
I did.
Well, so did I. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus and we celebrate the death? Why is it called Good Friday?
I don't know.
I've been trying to ask that question now for years, and I can't find an answer. So is it a Good Friday because he died?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the idea. Is it's a Good Friday because he died for our sins is the idea.
Oh, he died for our sins. Okay.
If you believe in fairy tales.
Wow.
Also,
you know what?
I'm not. Give a shout out to J.R. Cleach. Is it J.R. or Junior? I don't know.
J. Hart. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was going to say, I'm not getting involved in your anti-biblical ways, if you would, my friend. I'm not getting involved in that. Could be a fairy tale. I don't know. But all I know is that if the Bible is true and you don't believe in them, you get up to the...
If the Bible is true? How old are you?
Old enough not to be wearing wrestling pants, but...
old enough to not know whether or not the Bible is true. Old enough not to know if the fairy tales are true.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because like if you show up and you're like, oh shit, and you're real sorry for your sins, you're good to go. They just open the doors and let you go. I'm probably just gonna I'm gonna see the stairs, walk up too, and then there's just gonna be a laugh and like the trap door's gonna fall out and I'm just gonna be south. I don't know.
Or nothing happens.
You know what, man? And if nothing happens, nothing happens. Yeah. I'm okay with that. What do I care?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to be pissed off that nothing happened because I won't be live.
There you go.
What do you have for me this week, my friend? What kind of shenanigans do you have?
Well, do you have anything this week?
I got nothing. I
got
nothing. Catch Me Outside finally turned 18.
Oh, okay. Has she changed her content?
No, she has not. So an interview with TMZ asked, what else do you want to do now that you turned 18? And she's like, I've already done everything and I'm going to continue to do what I was doing yesterday. So even for her, it wasn't a big deal.
Well, I've only got 3 stories. There's a 4th story that if I had a little bit more time, I would have gotten into. I was actually hoping you might bring it on, but I guess...
no, I'm completely useless today.
That's all right. That's cool. That's fine. We're just I'll set the table and we'll fucking dig in
Well,
together.
you set the table, my friend. You set the table.
So I've got 3 stories then. I'm not sure how interested you'll be in the first one, although it does directly affect us. YouTube is flirting with the idea of getting rid of a dislike button. They'll be the last to adopt this idea. They're sort of the last to hold on to that dislike button. I think it's a bad idea. What do you think?
I think it's horrible. Yeah. I enjoy it. Like I've told you before, I enjoy that interaction.
I agree.
You know what? I don't care who to see. I don't care to see who liked it and who disliked it. You know what I mean? Like if you just said like, hey, you've got 5 thumbs up and you've got 1 thumbs down.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to see. I want to, just because I like people that interact. Does that make sense? Like, I want to see that interaction. Hey, people didn't like what we had to say about Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a lot of dislikes, but you know what? There was a lot of thumbs up too. That just shows me, besides the views, which I think the view counter is a little off sometimes on YouTube. I think so.
Yeah, the view count is more accurate on YouTube than, say, for instance, Facebook or something. The view count is very accurate on YouTube. They take a lot of pride in making sure that it's accurate. Whereas something like Facebook, I've looked into all this. So Facebook, if you just happen to scroll past it and see it, they count that as a view. Whereas YouTube, I believe you have to watch it for a certain amount of seconds before it'll even consider it a view.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Okay, so if you just go in, you go, oh fuck these 2 idiots, and then you just close it off.
Yeah,
we're screwed. Okay, guys, give us 34 seconds before you shut up.
I disagree. Watch the whole thing, because if you just see it at the beginning and you listen to what both of us have to say, you might identify with at least one of us. That's one
of us, or you'll be right in the middle and you'll hate both of us. And that there is a small group of people that are like that. I like the like and dislike button. They should add one more button. Should add like the neutral button.
I don't know about a neutral button. To be honest, I kind of like Facebook's not so recent edition where they have several reactions where you can say it's a sad react, it's a happy react, it's an angry react, it's a caring react.
I love Karen. The Karen button.
That's right.
We need the old report us, my friend. I think YouTube, you got to hold on to it. I think you do. Because I agree. I don't hit that dislike button because especially for like a content creator, I don't like to like hate on people. I'm usually like a thumbs up or a like, you know, but the dislike button when I'm watching something dumb, I like a dislike button.
So I have a perspective as a content creator is, especially our content, I enjoy getting dislikes. I think that it's good that if we can see a video where there's a lot of dislikes or a lot of likes, or even better is both, an equal amount where there's a lot, that's when we know we've done our job. If there's no likes or dislikes, then I feel like we haven't said anything. We've just sort of laid out the facts and had nothing to say about it, and there's not really anything. If we get an emotional reaction, that's really what fucking fires me up, at least.
Me too, and that's it. Like, there's got to be a bar where we can continue to climb, because if there's only thumbs up, like, yet again, we're setting people up to fail, because there's some poor kid that's going to make shitty content, goes, oh, I'm just getting likes. Where if you get 10 likes, you might have 1,000 dislikes.
That's right. And that's the other thing is you're living in an echo chamber where you don't actually get the feedback to create better content. If you don't see when people dislike it and you only see the likes, you don't know how to improve. And in order to improve, you have to have that negative feedback.
That's exactly it, right? And I mean, that's what I want, is I want that negative feedback. I prefer negative feedback. So I know where we've gone. People might not like us, but we'll go a different way.
Exactly. So the other thing, though, I want to play a bit of devil's advocate. As someone who's gone to VidCon, and if you've ever gone to VidCon, they have these seminars, these rooms where they have experts sort of speak, and a lot of times it's celebrities, maybe famous YouTubers, and for some people, the appeal, the novelty is that you get to be in the same room as a YouTuber. But there's also, for me, I went to the ones where they would teach how to do YouTube better. And in those rooms, they would talk about things like interaction, likes versus dislikes, things like this. And I cannot tell you how many people traveled all the way to California to be in that room when an expert says, this is the way that the likes and dislikes work and yada, yada, yada. They will say, yeah, but I don't like it. I worked really hard on my video and people put a lot of dislikes on it and it's not fair. But you have to listen to the dislikes. You have to pay attention. They have to be there. They're there. They're there to give you guidance.
Exactly. And I see the kids, but that's the mentality of those people. I put so much time and effort. Continue to put the same time and effort in. You just have to aim for those dislikes now. As that dislike is still a view. It doesn't matter what you do. You may not like my content. You may not like us. But you know what? If you go, I'm pissed off and I want to yell at these two idiots, then yell at us.
But
you know what I mean? Like,
at the same time, if you're trying to make content that gets a lot of likes, you're not going to be able to do that if you don't see the dislikes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So you could say, okay, so this video, I made it about the growth of corn. And then all of a sudden you're like, that got a lot of dislikes. All right. The growth of how we're doing something different, right? I said corn for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. The growth of a rose. Oh, people like that more often. So I would take my content that way.
But
or
also,
it might be
but in a situation, let's stick with your metaphor, is the growth of corn. If somebody clicks on a video called the growth of corn and all they see is the growth of potatoes, they're going to leave a dislike. And then that creator is going to go, fuck, I did something wrong. And they're going to think about it.
You would think.
Yeah.
But sounds like.
But then there's people, like I said, that there are creators that I've seen that will go, oh, but I worked really hard on it. They shouldn't dislike it. That's not fair. I wish they wouldn't have dislikes.
It drives me nuts, man. Because you know me, I don't care negative. I've dealt with negative, or the whole world's negative.
Yeah.
I just assume everybody's going to hate us. When we started this, I just said, everybody's going to hate us. It's going to do 2 shows. We're going to stake the joint out. We're going to move on.
Yeah, well, exactly. All right, so that's pretty much all I've got to say. Do you got anything more to say to the story?
Keep the likes and dislikes, man. Keep the likes and dislikes. And I had a Ric Flair button. I had a woo. Just so like if you really like the button, you just click the woo and everything's good.
Absolutely. So on to our next story. And I should say for everyone watching, this is going to be a super short show. We've only got 3 stories. So
yeah, we're not asking you for all your time because I'm going to go to bed tonight and I'm going to really have a good sleep.
All right. So our next story is the NYPD are investigating a rise in hate crimes against Asians. There's 2 viral videos that maybe you've seen of people getting attacked in New York. One's a 65-year-old Asian woman and another is...
Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry. I
cut you off.
No, you go ahead. I'll finish it. I'll follow up right after you say your next sentence. The second one was
a man on the subway.
The woman got her face stomped. Am I correct on that one? Is that the video I watched?
That's right. Yes.
Anybody been arrested?
I've been put in the back of a cruiser. I don't think I've been formally charged. Why? Oh, you're talking about the people watching it. Oh. No, they're looking for these people. They've tweeted out pictures of the people, but they haven't arrested anyone yet.
What color?
I know that. I don't know. I don't know why.
Well, the reason being, if these are 2 white people, we're fucked. Literally, we have to be as a white male, we have to be the nicest to anybody who's not white. We have to be, because we've done so much damage and so many eyes are on us. We have to be good to each other.
I believe at least one picture that I saw was not a white person. It looked like an African American.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. That's not a good thing, John. Don't say perfect.
I'm sweating over here as a white guy. I am leaking oil. Jesus, I was afraid there for a second.
I don't think it's okay in any situation that there's a rise in attacks on Asian Americans.
Is it about time?
Is it about time? What do you mean?
So people were like, when we were getting into these race wars and stuff like that, people were saying like, if you're an Asian male or female right now, you have the best life. We didn't really, like, the race war was black and white. It has been in America. There was no mention of Asians or anything of that nature. Now it's all kind of seemed to come full circle. Now unfortunately, they're the Asians. I don't know why the hate. I still can't figure it out. It frustrates me. I seen the one video of the female stomping, or the person, the older woman getting her face stomped.
Getting her face stomped, yeah. Well, a lot of people believe that it's related to the coronavirus, that people saying that came from Asia is causing a lot of backlash towards people who possibly came from Asian countries.
So this is a left violent crime.
Why would it be left?
Because the right doesn't give a fuck. We don't care.
No, it's absolutely the right. The right are the ones that call it the Chinese flu, and the right are the people that are.
Yeah, but then there's no black Trump supporters.
Sure, there are.
That's not the narrative that fits right now. Like, I don't know if you've watched news.
Okay, but your point is that this particular person may have been black, but there's plenty of white people committing these crimes too.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, it can't be Trump. So you can't blame left or right. These are just assholes, right? Are we on the same page? But like, to me, if it's pointing to it's a race thing, it can't be racist because black people can't be racist. We've already established this over the last 4 years.
I don't know about that. I don't want to get into that conversation.
You don't want to get into that conversation, but you brought an couple of Asians getting.
Do you believe that black people cannot be racist?
I think black people are racist, more racist than white people.
Why do you say this?
Because they just assume that they can do whatever they want and not worry about it. Are there assholes on the white side? Absolutely. There's a lot of assholes, especially when you're this farther south in America you go. Right? But I mean, black people are just as racist as white people. I think we're all racist. I think everybody's racist in their own ways. But sometimes it's okay to be racist towards a white person than it is a black person, right? Am I okay? Is that you understand that one?
Sometimes it's okay to be. Say that again. Sometimes it's okay to be racist towards a white person than it is to.
No, it's okay to be racist towards a white person. But like other races are racist towards white people or people that aren't of their same color.
So you're saying that it's okay to be racist towards a white person?
For the most, yes. Yeah, actually I am. That's what we've been told. It doesn't matter. You're white. Check your privilege. It's okay. You're white.
I guess that I don't see it as being racist towards a white person because a white person, how do I say it? They have more privilege. I don't know. Like, how do you mean? I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Like racism comes in all shapes and forms, in my opinion, right? Like, if I were to say those black people are up to no good. And it's literally 2 university students just standing at a bus stop. That's kind of a racist.
That's a very racist. That's a very racist.
If those 2 kids, you know what I mean? But if they were to say something about white people, like, those 2 honkies over there, like those crackers over there are probably going to go out and do something dumb. And you're like,
I think
okay, well, that's racist.
I think almost everyone would agree that that's racially discriminating. If they were to say something about honkies.
Yeah, well, that's what are crackers or whatever. We have racial tones that we just deal with. And we have racial nicknames that we just go, yeah, whatever. Move on right away. I honestly believe that black people don't think they can be racist.
Well, there is a view that's been gaining a lot of steam over the last few years that a black person can't be considered racist because racism is part of a system. So it's a systemic racism, which I don't really necessarily subscribe to that idea. I do understand that systemic racism doesn't affect white people, but I do think that, and for the benefit of the conversation, some people will say racism is systemic and that what white people experience is discrimination. I don't really necessarily know if it's necessary to differentiate between those 2 things, but I'm willing to do so just to participate in that conversation, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you mean. They're just saying that racism comes down because it's just been so systematic. You know what word I'm trying to use? You're going to use it for me.
Systemic, but you can say
Thank
systematic. That's fine.
That's the same thing too, right? No, but like I can understand where they're coming from because it's their whole family's been treated. You know, most people have been treated badly. I understand that, but as a white guy, I just try and treat everybody the same.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is even treating somebody the same is not as good. Like
what? Repeat that one more time for me.
Even treating everyone equal, even not acknowledging race is a little bit counterproductive.
How the fuck is that even? So you mean to tell me that if it's a non-white person, I got to be extra nice?
Well, you should acknowledge that they're the product, like their family is the product of slavery. Perhaps the reason they're in the situation they're in is because they have been oppressed. Like I said on the show a few weeks ago, sometimes if somebody puts in a resume at a place and their name looks a certain ethnicity, they'll experience prejudice. And I think that we should at least acknowledge that we view the world through a different lens than somebody else does.
We usually accept the people of different races, or oppressed people. We accept them.
We accept them
as Canadians. I'm sorry.
Never mind as Canadians, because there are racist Canadians. Don't play that game. Don't play that game.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's a lot of racist Canadians.
Yeah, but with that said, I really don't like speaking about racism because I'm not an authority on it. I know that I have not experienced very much racism, but it's one thing to treat everyone of all races good. That's a good thing. And to treat them, by the content of their character, not the color of their skin, as a wise man once said. But it's another thing to acknowledge that somebody else has had it harder because of the color of their skin. And that's something to also consider.
No, I agree with you 100%. But like, I'm not going to be nicer to somebody because they may have had a harder life. Like to me, we're all on the same level, man. Like to me, we're all on the same level. I don't care what you do, but we're all on the same level. I don't understand.
I'm not going to how do I say it? I'm not going to patronize a black person to treat them like extra nice, like you're saying. That's not what I'm talking about. But like in conversations about race, it's better to defer to them on what they say than to sort of assume we know what we're talking about and things like that.
No, absolutely. And to get back to your beginning point, like the Asian, they're going after Asian people now, right? Mm-hmm. Like, why?
Well, again, a lot of people believe it's because of the coronavirus that people are calling it the China flu, and they're going after Asians and they're sort of punishing them and for bringing the flu over to North America.
Is this happening in Canada or is this America thing?
I'm sure it's happening in Canada as well.
I hope not. Because like I'm not even gonna lie, probably half of these people aren't even Chinese. Asia's a massive market.
I'm sure that most of them aren't Chinese, but
I'm probably going to agree with you. So that you got some Koreans in there, you got some Japanese people. Like they're like, yeah, whatever. That just shows their dumb racist ways.
Yeah.
So how do we avoid it?
How do we avoid it? I don't know. I guess we have stricter punishments for hate crimes, or
that's not gonna happen with the Liberal government we have in Canada and or the States now. But we could try. Now, if I'm not mistaken, a racist charge comes with an extra 5 years, I believe.
I don't
know.
I
hate crime adds 5 years onto whatever your sentence is.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to challenge you on that.
I'm not going to challenge myself on that either. I could be wrong, but I'm just thinking I believe it is 5 years. So I mean, what are we going to do? How do we do it? Like how do we deal with it?
How do we deal with it? I think we just have to be vigilant and keep our eyes out for Asian Americans that are in situations like this and stand up for them, right? Like that's another thing that
we can stand up for anybody who's going through. Like don't stand up to the cause at the time. Like the sexy, don't go for like the the walks and all this stuff. Like, don't stand up for whatever's sexy at the time. Stand up for that's wrong. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I agree. I agree with that.
You know, you see, but I don't know what else we're gonna do. Like, I'm.
Well, I don't know. You're asking me to answer, and I'm trying to throw out whatever answers I can, but I don't have an answer. I mean, I'm not racist, so I'm not going to be attacking Asian Americans.
If you attack an Asian American in front of me, I'm probably going to beat you with an inch of your life.
Well, that's what's interesting about these videos, actually. There are people who watched, like you saw the one of the Asian woman who got kicked. Yeah. So there were at least 3 people that watched and did nothing. And after the beating was done and the woman was crawling towards the door, a security guard that worked at the condo closed the door so that she couldn't get in. Yeah, that's the thing that happened.
What state? Is this Texas or something?
This is New York.
City?
Yeah.
Thought they were tolerant there. I don't understand what the hell is going on.
There's a lot of people in these places.
Yeah, well, it's not. Their hate is showing, and then what's going to happen is you're going to get more than one group of people hating on you. Like you got to unite. You got to stand. That's what I thought America was doing. I thought that once.
Why did you think America was uniting?
They got. I don't want to get political on this, but like literally, they told me Orange Man bad, old white man from Family Guy good.
I wouldn't put much stock into that.
And then he comes. I mean, the old man can't walk up steps, but he was like,
I think that the way the Orange Man left made sure that he polarized people as hard as possible. He told them that guy stole the election. He made that up and did that. I don't think that the people who lost are going to be graceful losers in those situations.
But the ones who lost before weren't graceful losers either.
I don't remember Barack Obama saying that I didn't lose and I fucked that guy.
Clinton? Hillary?
What about Hillary Clinton?
That's what she said.
No.
They said that they didn't lose.
She didn't say. She never said that. That's another lie that's on the internet. She never said she didn't lose.
Yeah, dude, they were like, no Russian collusion. There was no Russian collusion.
He's
not my president. Good. He's not your president. He stole the election. We didn't lose. All this stuff.
Isn't that what Donald Trump said about Barack Obama?
No, Barack didn't run against Obama. Like, we missed an election here.
Donald Trump, when Barack Obama got elected, said he's not my president. Tried to say that he wasn't born in America.
Correct. And did we have this conversation before on when did Hawaii become a state? And Donald Trump's just an old senile old prick who won the election because he's an internet troll? Did we already have this conversation?
I don't know what you're getting at, but he's still a valid president.
I never said he wasn't. Trump's issue, I need to drop it, was that
he's a racist? That he's a racist. That was the issue. That was the issue, is that he's a racist and he didn't want to acknowledge Barack Obama was the president.
No, you don't understand.
I do understand. You don't seem to understand.
I do. So
false.
This was
false.
Yet again, your left is showing. Shut the fuck up.
Your right is showing.
Listen, would you shut up? I'm more left than you are. We've already established this.
Well, then why do you support Donald Trump?
I don't. This is what happened. All Trump said was, I want to see the long form of your birth certificate. His issue, his technicality was, if Obama was born in Hawaii before Hawaii was a state, an official state of the U.S., he's not technically a U.S. citizen. And what happened 2 years after Hawaii became a state? Obama was born. So Obama is America, and he was born in the American United States.
Didn't he try to say he was born in Kenya?
He tried to pull that bullshit because he's a
racist. Because he's a fucking racist.
He's a racist that's got. Now, I'm not even going to start with you. And Trump, I don't think Trump's a racist.
I do.
I don't.
Well, okay, agree to disagree. Which, by the way, I was thinking that should be the slogan for our show from now on.
Kiss my ass should be the name of this goddamn show.
I think agree to disagree, because every day we agree to show up and disagree with each other.
That's exactly it. No offense, you suck today. I'm gonna punch you right through the goddamn screen. No, but I'm serious. Like, I don't understand. Like, I figured the hate. Do you know what I mean? Like, you would get like a wash of hate away. And now they just switched it to Asians. I don't understand.
You thought that the hate would go away. Well, here's the thing.
Well, it would go down. Does that make sense? Like, hate's never going to go away in the States. Ever. We know this.
So did you think it would go away because Donald Trump was no longer president?
And he didn't have a voice. They took his voice away, right?
Okay.
Like, they took away him on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, fucking everything. And they banned him from things where he couldn't go to. Like, they basically took the whole right. They've taken the whole right and just wiped him right out. They haven't
wiped out the right. They've censored the right, which I'm actually not happy about. They've censored.
That's what the left does. I'm cool with that. But
that's what the left is doing right now. It's not always what they've done. In the past, the right has been pushing for censorship, but right now the left is a little bit over their bounds on censorship, and that's something that I'm not okay with. Even I don't agree with Donald Trump. I've made that abundantly clear, even today, even the last 5 minutes. I still think that he should be allowed to express himself. I think that the way that you fight bad speech is with more speech. It's not by shutting them up. So I don't agree with what they're doing.
And you need speech to say, don't do this. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody comes out and says, kids, don't do drugs. Why? Because you're going to look like the guy down the road, whatever have you. You're going to look like this guy. Oh, shit. Okay. You're like, so you need bad speech. You can't hide it. You need to say, this is what Donald Trump says. Do the opposite. Yeah. Like if he's like, hey, tear this motherfucker down, burn this son of a bitch. No, don't do that. Mm-hmm. Here's what we can do. Constrict. Yeah. But both sides are so fucking gone that there's nobody in the middle to go, we just need to sit down and talk this out. Nobody wants to talk. Nobody cares to talk.
Well, things have gotten more and more polarized in the last few years. And Donald Trump, the way that he left office, sort of was like his big fuck you to make sure that they stay as polarized as possible. I don't think... here's the thing is I think Joe Biden might unite both the left and the right in the fact that they both dislike him.
Well, can we talk about? Okay, let's not be assholes to Asians, guy. Anybody, just be nice.
I think
there's something wrong. Just stop.
I'm gonna say this. I don't normally get into this far behind the curtain on the live show, but as far as turning the Asian American attack story into a clip that we could post on YouTube, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we've abandoned that idea at this point.
We're good. It's going to be one of those ones where we're just trying to draw time to talk. Have you seen the president get so much hate quickly as Biden has? Everybody's fucking this guy. CNN's fucking him.
If I'm going to be honest, and I know he's your boy, Donald Trump was hated before he got elected.
Wow. I still got Trump supporters in Belleville.
Yeah, well,
they're all over the place, man. Listen, Donald Trump and I have a few things in common. We both want to sleep with his daughter.
That's fucked up.
I don't know what else, man. I like him because he's an internet troll that I followed on Twitter. I followed Donald Trump on Twitter when he got Twitter. And then you watched him just grow into a president through Twitter. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that before. And I've never seen a politician go, I'll pay for my own campaign trail. And literally paid for his own campaign trail. A president,
he did pay for some of it, but eventually he was accepting donations.
I think it was 33. I think he got it to 33 million, I think, and then they wanted to pay the rest. I've never seen a president before not accept $1 from his salary. Here you go. I'll donate to this charity and I'll donate to that one. I've never seen a president do that. To me, the hate, and he just doesn't give a fuck. I've never seen a president like that either. Usually if Clinton had somebody hate him, a side hate him, he's like, all right, how do we make these guys a little happy? You know what I mean? Slip them something else, or same with Obama. Obama was a little bit more loved, for a state, for a place that went super racist. Obama was loved by a lot more people.
Yeah, Obama even to be honest, a lot of even liberals didn't like Obama towards the end, but because he bombed a lot of people and,
Yeah, hey man, and you know what? That's unfortunate, but he bailed us out for the banks and stuff like that. which is a total bit of a sham. But I said that I've never just seen like everybody.
Well, to be honest, he inherited that from George Bush.
No, that's what I mean. He wasn't going to, and then that's what I said. He bailed out the last presidency. He was like, "No, we're not going to do that." Then take a look. It's like, I gotta kind of do that. Like he didn't do anything. Obama was a savior, I think.
Correct me on my timeline. I believe it was
the recession.
George Bush bailed out the auto industry, and Obama bailed out the banks.
Correct.
Or was it the other way around? But I know that one had started the process and the other continued into the early.
Yeah, so Bush wanted to. I think Bush did. I think Bush wanted to do both. Obama said no when he was running, and then seen how bad it was, and then said yes, I have to.
Yeah. Anyway, man, I know you and I are interested in this. I'm not sure our audience is. I want to say that John Boy, wants to know: is it racist calling a white person a snowflake?
I don't know, Adam. Do you get offended when I call you snowflake?
I call you snowflake more than you call me snowflake.
That's because I'm left. That's because I'm left leaning. I understand that.
Are you left leaning now? Is that your thing? Are you now a lefty?
Always has been.
That's what I thought until you started supporting Trump. I was like, it's funny because before we were doing this show, you start posting on Facebook all these right-leaning things, and I'm going, I thought he was a lefty.
No, dude, I just go, whatever makes sense to me, I like.
Yeah.
Like if somebody comes to me and says this, and this, I go, yeah, that makes sense. I like that idea.
But on this show, you've gone hard to the right. There are a lot of things.
I have to because I see a lot of things. There's also what people don't understand is I enjoy history, which not a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. I enjoy looking back and knowing a lot of the presidents and leaders and all this stuff. So I know. John Boy, if you call a white person a snowflake, you're good, buddy. It's not racist.
You think it's not racist to call a white person a snowflake?
No.
Do you know where the term snowflake was first coined?
Probably when it came falling out of the air. I don't know.
Okay, in terms of a sensitive person?
Oh, yeah. You told me this before, but...
I think I told you it on the show.
Refresh my memory.
The first time anyone was called a unique snowflake was in Fight Club.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't think you were going to talk about it, but you know what? It's okay.
I broke the first and second rule.
All right, man.
I got one more story.
All right, man. You go right ahead.
I know you know about this one because as soon as I say the first two words, you're going to go, I know where this is going. So, this morning for breakfast, did you enjoy any cinnamon toast shrimp?
What?
You didn't hear about this cinnamon toast shrimp?
Listen, how I enjoy my shrimp in the morning is in nobody's business. What in the absolute fuck?
Okay.
Okay. You go ahead. You read your little story. I'll give you my advice.
Well, I don't have very much of a story. I just have a few facts.
There's not much about the story. Go ahead.
So a man named Jensen Carp tweeted out a photo of his Cinnamon Toast Crunch containing shrimp tails that have that cinnamon toast coating, and tweeted it out, said, what the hell? Cinnamon Toast Crunch replied, said, we investigated the photo. It looks like it's just the cinnamon clusters look like shrimp tails. And he said, that's not true. I investigated it and I found more shrimp tails within it. And it looks like my box was tampered with. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch tweeted back, that's not possible. And if it was, it didn't happen at our facility. And he said, you're gaslighting me. You're calling me a liar. This is ridiculous. That's pretty much the end of the story.
Wow. What was proven facts on that?
There were no facts proven, interestingly enough.
Nothing at all.
I mean, the facts are that man tweeted out a photo that looked like shrimp tails and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The fact is they claim it couldn't have happened at their facility.
Could you not just take that somewhere and get it tested? Hey, is there shrimp in this?
Well, I believe Cinnamon Toast Crunch have requested he send the box to them so they could investigate, and he has refused.
Yes, because his lawyer probably said so.
I'm not sure. So what's your take on this? Do you believe the guy is cinnamon toast?
No.
You don't believe him?
Dude, like what? How the fuck? Like if the guy's like, yo, I found a cinnamon toast fingernail, I'm in. Something like that. A fucking shrimp, dude? Like you're not even close. Like what about cinnamon toast bread? I'd be like, you know what? That's a great idea. I will fucking take that. No, but like, there's nothing at all.
You don't believe him? Okay, well,
no, not a chance. Like, we are in, like, maybe in the 90s, dude, nothing gets touched anymore. Like, it basically comes down a fucking conveyor belt and it just shoots out product, like, into a bag. It's pre-weighed, it's pre-everything, and it just goes. Like, there's no human element to it. Like, that's why we're getting lucky during this COVID, because nobody's breathing into your fucking bag. Like, that's
absolutely.
Like, so, like,
wow, you took that a different way. So I'm gonna tell you my take on this. As soon as I heard who tweeted it out, I knew it was a lie, because I know the name Jensen Carp. Are you familiar with this name?
No, I do not. Please inform me.
I'm not surprised, because Jensen Carp is a writer for the WWE. He worked for them in 2006. He's also a viral marketing sensation. He owns a gallery in California called Gallery 1988, where you can buy, how do I say it? Like nostalgic paintings. And he said that he invented it because guys would have like these super expensive living rooms, and then they'd have a $5 poster on their wall. He wanted something a little bit more upscale for people our age to have. So there's a lot of 80s and a lot of specific novelty items. Anyway, this guy is, he likes to fuck with people. He's also known as Hot Carl because he won a rap contest early on, and they asked him what his name, and he said Hot Carl, which is when you shit on someone's chest. As soon as I heard that Jensen Carp was the guy doing this, I was, oh, that's bullshit. This guy's fucking with the internet. This guy's an internet troll.
So he creates viral sensations.
Yeah.
So you're breaking it down right now.
Okay.
You're telling me live on this show, you're breaking news. This guy is full of shit.
This guy is full of shit. I promise you.
So you guarantee, there's that word again. You're guaranteeing this is all false.
Well, I haven't been to his house to investigate, but much like you believe, I don't believe a word this guy's saying. And you don't know who this guy is. I have heard of this guy. I've heard him on podcasts. I heard him on a podcast called Formerly Creative. It was the first time that I heard him, where former WWE writers talk about what they're up to. And you can tell this guy likes to fuck around, and this is his way of fucking around.
So he's in for fuckery.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's it. So you knew his name.
Yes.
Because you're more into that, like that end of the entertainment business, sports business.
How do you mean?
Like, you're more of a wrestling fan. Like, that name would be with you, right? Like,
exactly.
Right? I might hear a beat writer in Canada and go, "Oh, I know that guy," and you're like, who gives a fuck about that guy? But
I'll be honest, 90% of even the hardcore internet fans probably don't know who that name was. I just recognized it because I was like, oh, that's Hot Carl.
You just know him as Hart Carl because you're buddies. You guys are on the Christmas card.
Just because I don't know. When I hear something about wrestling, it just sticks in my brain. I have a disability, I think.
No, you have yeah, you know what? You have a disability, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. You have a disability. No, man, like, I don't know. If you already know this guy and he's already committing bullshit like this, like, and to me it didn't sound right, and then to the people of...
It's right up his alley. Like, he does Gallery 1988. It has all these vintage 80s ideas, and he's combined Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is probably something that he has in his gallery, with shrimp. What an outrage. Like, it's a little gross out and a little bit of retro and a little bit of your childhood all mixed into one. It just sounds like something he would have made up.
If you're going to make something up, make it believable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless they sell shrimp as well, not shrimp. Like, what was Buddy eating a fucking a shrimp and was just throwing the carcasses into the Cinnamon Toast Crunch maker machine? I don't know.
And that's the question: is how could this have happened if it wasn't a BS story? So I don't have an answer to that. My answer is I think that Jensen Carp is full of shit, and that's probably why he goes by the name Hot Carl.
Hot Carl, taking a Hot Carl.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate for all of us.
Yeah.
Yo, right. So did you have, hang on before you go, did you order anything off Wish this week?
No, I didn't.
So you weren't part of that Suez Canal absolute debacle?
No, do you want to talk about that?
Like, dude, how the fuck did you Austin Powers that bolt into the Suez Canal? And
I didn't.
I'm not blaming you, but it's probably your fault.
How's it my fault?
I have no fucking idea. But I'm going to tell you this right now: is as I deal with people, and I had to make a couple IT calls this week, saying that asking people where my shipments are and asking if they're stuck in the Suez Canal does not go over very well in the IT world. They were not happy with me, and they already hate me because I'm Canadian. But it's like, yeah, is it stuck in the Suez Canal? And how does that happen?
I don't know. I guess the guy's not very good at driving.
But like the backup, did you see the photos of that?
I saw photos. Yeah, he's blocking the entire canal.
And then, but it's everybody behind, all the ships that are all backed up behind him.
Yeah.
Like, is that guy fired? Does that captain like lose his license?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. I guess he probably wouldn't be put in charge of that anymore. You got to think that, like, if he got stuck, there's got to be like a contingency plan, like we'll get out and push or something.
Well, they did. They had this little backhoe, like trying to dig him out.
But like it was days. You'd think they had something that they could have done in case. Like, this can't be the first time that a boat has gotten stuck, and they're like, we don't know what to do. We're just gonna have to sit here for a couple days, and hopefully someone comes and helps us out.
And they said like $4 billion in trade.
Yeah, quite a bit. So
you know what I would have did? I just would have said, all right, hang on. Let's do some target practice and just blowing it right out of the water.
I have a feeling that this is like what happens to your Amazon shipments is like, have you ever ordered something off Amazon?
Yes.
And you watch the tracking, like you can track your package. I don't know about you, but I track it like almost every hour. I'll go back and I'll look for updates and I'll look for updates. And
well, I have it on my phone, right? So it just tells me what it's doing.
So it's like you order something on Amazon and it's like expected delivery this day. And then it's like, we have complications. It's not going to be there in 2 weeks. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I wonder when it's going to be there. And it's like, go back and still complications. Not going to be there a week and a half. Still complications. And then like, it's there a week and a half early. And it just showed up. And it's like, how did it get here early because of complications?
Yeah, no, dude, I don't understand. What's the complication? Literally, like, you guys, I'm an hour and a half away from downtown Toronto. Okay. So I get next day delivery. Like, it's like, hey, perfect, cool. Yeah. Dude, it's like, okay, so you get it on this day. It's on its way. It's like it's been packaged, processed, packaged, shipped. Then I'm like, okay, where is it?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it just disappears. And then you call and they go, you gave us the wrong address. I'm like, motherfucker, I got a package yesterday. I'm getting a package tomorrow. Where's today's package? And they go, I don't know where it went. And you're like, it's probably on the Suez Canal now. That's going to be the ongoing joke. That's my new dad joke. When I order something, is it in the Suez Canal? They're going to be like, you're such an asshole. But like $4 billion in trade goes through there? That's ridiculous, man. Like,
I knew it was a big trade route.
That is absolutely crazy. What else do you got? Anything else?
I got nothing else, man. Do you got anything?
I got nothing, man. I am exhausted. Let's finish this off next week. We'll figure something out. More news coming next week, I hope. This has been a pretty dead week.
It's been a pretty slow week. I mean, I figure if we had waited till the weekend, we might have had a little more, because a lot of times, sometimes you get a little bit of a extra kick later in the week, but so far we haven't. And then we have been a week, has been a week since our last show, and not a whole lot going on.
Not a lot has happened, man. Nothing at all.
That's fine. We'll come on here and argue about something anyway. So I want to tell everybody, like our stuff, comment, subscribe on YouTube and all that, but especially important, please share our videos when you see somebody talking about something that reminds you of us. You know, maybe you don't want to say, hey, fuck you, and here's why. Let Jean-Marc and I say it for you.
Exactly, guys. That's what we're here for.
All right. And